Joining us now in Studio B, good to have our friend back, Mike Littlewood, the head baseball coach of BYU. Mike, welcome back to BYU Sports
Thanks.
Nation.
Missed you guys.
We missed you.
Mr. Musk.
Okay, so the one game that I looked at when the schedule was released, jumped out the page was, wow, Arizona in Provo for the first time in like 45 years. How did you pull that one off?
Well, a good friend of mine, Jay Johnson, just got the job down there. In fact, Jay was at San Diego, University of San Diego, when my son Marcus was kind of going through the recruiting process. And Marcus committed to Jay at San Diego, then didn't go there because he got drafted and signed out of high school. Jay then went to Reno as a head coach for a couple of years and just got the job at Arizona. We were sitting at a game in Kearns just recruiting, and we just kind of said, hey, let's play each other. And it worked out.
So that's how it works? You just sit there and you go, hey, let's play.
If you happen to be there. If not, Trent Pratt, who does our schedule, is on the phone constantly looking for it. Scheduling is a tough thing to do in baseball, especially when you're a northern school. So you see Niagara on our schedule, like the fourth weekend. Every northern school that week's trying to get a home game or a home series. It's really tough to do. And down the line, if we get a heated turf field, which we're keeping our fingers crossed and trying to raise money for, maybe we'll be able to play in February here in Provo. You never know. But that's kind of how that Arizona. So we'll go to Arizona to play a 3-game series, I think in 17 or 18, so a year or two down the road.
I love that image at Kearns High School with the hot dog in your right hand and Jay's eating his nachos. Hey, you want to play?
Yeah.
Sure.
You should go to Copper
That's
Hills.
what it was.
Instead of Kearns.
Yeah.
That's where I went, so
Well,
Copper Hills.
Ben Bagley and I were just talking. I was a Kearns junior high guy.
Were
and
you?
would have gone to Kearns, but Taylorsville was built, and first year Taylorsville opened, I was there.
T-ville had good baseball.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Let's talk about your schedule. I've got you down for 50 games. 24 at home starting February 19th. What do you like about your schedule?
Well, I love the fact that we're playing really good teams from conferences that we haven't played before. You know, you look at Samford and you look at St. Louis, and people are going like, well, who are those guys? Well, they're teams that have won 30 games the last couple of years, and St. Louis has won the A10 conference 4 consecutive years, and they went to a regional in 2014, and Samford was a 32-game winner last year, returning all these teams are returning starting pitching. They have guys in the Cape Cod League, which is the best college league in America, and it's one of them was on an all-star team. I mean, these are really good quality players, and they can play baseball, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun schedule. You look at last year, we were talking about that just a little bit with Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Santa Barbara, who ended up being the 7th seed. It was just like, when we talked about it last year, felt like we were in the middle of the ocean, just like with no floating device. It was like, you're going to sink. I think we have chances to win these series, and that's what's nice about it. It's going to be competitive, but I think we have chances to win every single one of these series if we play well.
What is the game or the series that your guys are most excited about, having just heard conversations in the locker room?
Well, I mean, you look at Kansas. I think Kansas is you look non-conference, and I think going to Lawrence is going to be good for us and a good experience. One thing with Kansas at that time of the year, late February, there's an alternate site in Texas. If it snows down there, we'll just kind of reroute and go down to Texas and play in a minor league park down there. But, you know, I think, honestly, our guys, we're going to try to get them ready for St. Louis at Cashman Field on February 19th. That's when it really matters. One of our goals as a staff is to win every non-conference series this year and get off to a good start, because you look at RPI and rankings and respectability and credibility from all the pundits out there that, you know, from D1 Baseball and Perfect Game, who try to rank all baseball guys. They don't get to see us on TV as much, and so those non-conference series are really, really important for us to win.
I see, 4 non-conference series plus Utah plus Utah Valley, which is cool because this is the 2 at home with Utah year. And then you have Utah Valley. So a couple years ago, I, during a baseball game, tried to summon from the fans some nicknames for a potential, series with Utah Valley. Nothing good came out of it. I thought of University Parkway Collision. That sounds like a car accident. I realize that, but it's a matchup. So BYU Hoops is going to play Utah Valley in a 4-game series. Do we need to think of like a brand, like a marketing name for
Could
this
be a Parkway series.
The Parkway series?
Got the Subway series. Could be the Parkway series. That's the first
University
thing.
Parkway bridges.
Yeah, just keep it on the down low. You don't have to get too excited about it, but just the Parkway series. So
I'm not that excited about it, I guess.
I think Parkway series is great.
Okay.
Yeah, I think let's go with that.
The sanction of the head ball coach.
Does anybody have anything better than that?
Let's just do it right now.
Okay.
That's the way we run our meetings, by the way. An idea comes out, and then our producer says, "Does anyone have anything better than that?" And then we hear a 3 count. We call 3 in the key, and we move on.
3 people laughing, and then let's go with it.
Yeah. Are you ahead of the game? Like, you announced your schedule August 18th. Do you work this way with your coaching staff in all facets of the game?
Yeah,
because this is way ahead of the curve.
I think so. I mean, we've looked at all the other schedules, and nobody's is out yet. But why hide it? There's no reason really to hide it. And I like our parents to be able to know, and our fans to know where we're going. And the one nice thing about knowing the schedule early, and hopefully this happens for us. We played Nebraska last year in Phoenix, and they had probably 5,000 fans there.
Whoa!
They had their
Why?
AD come in and do a tailgate thing, and they did an alumni event down there. And there's a lot of alumni down in from Nebraska down but BYU as well down in Phoenix. But they had they had 2,000 people at this event and a barbecue, and it was awesome. And I look at Cashman Field. If we could get some fans down there, February 19th, 20th, take Sunday off. We'll do a fireside down in Vegas on Sunday and then play again on Monday. Wouldn't it be an awesome thing to get out of the snow if it does snow this year? Who knows if it's going to happen? To come down and support the Cougars, kind of during basketball season. We get that, but it was basketball season with Nebraska as well. So
they have a basketball team?
Yeah.
okay.
Coach Tim Miles. Yeah, worked him.
I
Worked
remember
him a little
Tim.
bit.
Remember Tim from Colorado
I'm just
State?
kidding.
Yeah.
Just
So,
kidding.
Anyway, I'm getting a call right here, and
Do you want to answer it?
it's a pretty important call, but I'm not going to answer that one. Yeah. So we'll let that one go.
You can just answer it right now if you want.
It's a pretty important call, but I'll wait till after.
I saw the name.
Wow.
I'm kind of surprised by that name. I'm not sure if it's the same dude.
It's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
It's a celebrity name. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I got a call one day from this guy, and I said, "Is this the ESPN Scott Van Pelt?" And he goes, "No, that's the first thing I need to say to everybody who I call."
Like, get by.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Mike, we'll finish with this. What are you most excited about in terms of how your team will get better looking at last year to this year?
So this year, we'll have much more depth. I think we'll be much more athletic. We'll have more guys who can run. Pitching wise is always going to be like the thing that BYU we're going to have to go. That's our number one recruiting priority right now. We've got a bunch of position players, good young position players. We have a couple recruits that have. In fact, yesterday I had opportunity to go to lunch with a local kid here and that committed to us. It's going to be so exciting to announce in November. There's 2 or 3 guys that we're just ecstatic about in Kyle Dean type players, and so it's really exciting. Can't say much more about it now, but overall you win it with pitching. I mean, you can't outscore in baseball somebody 12-10 every
So
game.
he's a
That's
pitcher.
really
Thanks for that
tough to do.
nugget.
Not a pitcher. Not a pitcher.
Okay.
Well, it kind of is.
I have no idea what he is now.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Yeah, kind of a two-way guy, but it'll be an exciting November, and hopefully we can have him on your show and do some cool things with him. But I think more athleticism, more depth, that's going to be the biggest thing. And the culture's changing where these guys know how to play baseball, and they're going to come out every single day, and they're going to compete their tails off.
Mike Littlewood, the head baseball coach at BYU, back in Studio B on BYU Sports Station. Just do me a favor. When all this exciting stuff comes out, come talk to us about it.
Let's do it.
Like today. This is great.
Hey, I'm free. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.